Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is about a bird that doesn't just live in Australia. It announces itself every morning like it owns the place. I'm talking about the kookaburra, the followed alarm clock that laughs at you before you've even had your coffee. Kookaburras are famous for their loud, laughing call. If you've never heard one before, imagine a group of friends who heard a joke 5 minutes ago and still can't stop laughing. That's pretty much the kookaburra, cheerful, loud, and absolutely convinced that it's the funniest bird in the neighborhood. I've had a few kookaburras visiting my backyard over the years, and let me tell you, they have personality. One morning, I walked outside half asleep, holding my coffee, and tripped over the garden hose. Before I even regained my balance, a kookaburra sitting on the fence burst into laughter. Not a polite little chuckle, a full dramatic cackle. It feels less like a bird call and more like it was saying, "Nice one, mate." And that's the thing about kookaburras. They don't just watch you, they judge you. They sit there with that proud, upright posture, looking like they were waiting for you to do something embarrassing so they can laugh again. But despite their sense of humor, kookaburras are fascinating birds. So let's take a closer look at what makes them such iconic characters in the Australian backyard. What is a kookaburra? After being laughed at by one in my own backyard, I decided to learn a bit more about these birds. And it turns out they are even more interesting than they look. Kookaburras are one of the Australia's most recognizable native birds, instantly known for their loud laughing call. They belong to the kingfisher family, which is amusing because most of them don't actually fish. Instead, they prefer to perch proudly on branches, fences, and power lines, supervising the neighborhood like fellow security guards. Let's talk about diet and feeding behavior. Once you understand what they are, the next question is, what exactly fuels all that laughter? Despite their cute appearance, kookaburras are carnivores. They eat insects, worms, small reptiles, and even the occasional mouse. And if you are having a barbecue, they'll happily help themselves to your sausages if you are not paying attention. They have absolute no shame about it. They'll steal your food and then laugh as if you were part of the joke. Let's talk about habitat and adaptability. Now, where do these cheeky birds like to hang out? Kookaburras thrive in woodlands, forests, parks, and suburban backyards. If there is a tree, a fence, or a place to perch and judge your gardening skills, a kookaburra will make itself at home. They are highly adaptable and seem perfectly comfortable living close to humans, especially humans who cook outdoors. Now, family life and cooperative breeding. Their living arrangements are just as interesting as their sense of humor. Kookaburras are cooperative breeders, which means older siblings help raise the younger chicks. Imagine being a teenager and your parents tell you, "Congratulations, congratulations, you are now responsible for feeding your baby brother." Kookaburras don't get a choice. It's part of the family job description. Breeding usually happens from August to January. Both parents incubate the eggs, and once the chicks hatch, the whole family pitches in. It's a very organized system, even if it looks chaotic from the outside. Let's talk about the most famous laugh. Of course, we can't talk about kookaburras without mentioning their most iconic feature, the unmistakable laugh. The kookaburra's call is loud, cheerful, and sometimes a little too enthusiastic at sunrise. Their laughter is used to communicate with family members and to mark territory. When one kookaburra starts laughing, others often join in, like a fellow group that you can't mute. Lastly, let's talk about intelligence and hunting skills. And behind all that noise is a surprisingly clever bird. Kookaburras are patient hunters, until the right moment to strike. They also learn quickly, especially when it comes to humans with food. If you ever try to enjoy a meal outside while a kookaburra watches you, you'll know exactly how calculating they can be. They wait for the perfect moment and then swoop in like a tiny feathery ninja. Thank you for watching the video. If you have questions or comments, please feel free to post them on the channel. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Next time, I'll be talking about another iconic Australian native bird. Until then, take care.